Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's live album reaction. It's actually an EP reaction.
Oh, okay.
So,
Live EP reaction.
yeah, let's get going. Today we have for you My Way, Volume 2 Acoustic Sessions by Marc Martel. He's the man of the moment for us at the moment.
He's
We can't get enough of him.
he's putting himself for the awards at the end of the year, isn't he?
Absolutely. Late contender. Relatively late. Not that late, I suppose. But, yeah. So, we've got a few songs on here then. 6 in total. Red. Dreams. Hallelujah.
I think that first one's bad.
Oh, yeah. I've got a terrible eyesight.
I can't spell. I got,
Yeah. We work well together. I'll do the spelling for you. You do the reading for me, all right? Dreams, Hallelujah, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, Right Here Waiting, A Long December. So there's a few familiar ones there for me. And some of them I'm not sure if I'm going to know or not. But yeah, looking forward to it. So what about you?
Yeah, some real standout songs. There's a couple that could be one song or another song because of a common title. But there is one song in particular which I'm quite pleased to see. It might surprise which one it might be, but when we eventually get there, I'll let people know on that. But yeah, nice mix of songs, and we really like Mark, love his voice. So yeah, very intrigued with this first opening one. What song this may or may not be?
Okay, let's go for it. That's not the right one. There we go. Sorry.
Oh,
Didn't think it sounded right. It sounded a bit too heavy, didn't it? Didn't sound very acoustic.
If you twist and turn away, if you tear yourself into again, if I could, yes I would, if I could, I would let it go. Surrender, dislocate,
Right. Okay. So I'll go first. Now I don't know that song. Perhaps Backstreet Brit does. Now, to me, if I was to guess who sings the original, I would say U2. It sounds very much like a U2 type of song, very, very much. So much so that if I didn't know that this was Marc Martel, I would actually say that's U2. That's Bono singing that. I honestly felt it was so close to U2, just in style of song, the actual voice itself, the singing. That's what I would say. And yeah, it's quite a long song, but it was quite nice. It was quite a nice song. Obviously, this is the acoustic version, so I don't know what the original's like. Obviously, it's some kind of rock song to some extent. But yeah, I really like this, and I liked, as I always say with Marc Martel, I liked his voice. I liked the way he sung it. Some really impressive parts to it, especially towards the end. And I'm just intrigued as to kind of what the original of this is. So this is where Brett's going to come in and tell me. So go on, Brett.
Before I get to that, so the first song that sort of came to mind when I saw the title, initially when I saw that, I thought, is this going to be a Michael Jackson acoustic cover song? Well, that'd be really sort of an interesting take from there. And then it played, and then it started playing him singing, and like you, it was like, oh, this sounds a lot like U2. I generally thought, had you actually played a U2 song, was actually playing Michael was playing the wrong song again. We were actually playing a U2 song because it sounded so much.
Yeah, so I'm not the only one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then going to it, and I did then sort of recognise it. I didn't know it that well, but yeah, I feel like I picture and recognise it, and I believe it is a U2 song. But the song I recognise it as, this is where the confusion comes in, because I didn't think it was that same title. I feel I recognise the song, but I think I must have thought of it as a different title. So really, unless I'm thinking a totally different song, but regardless of that, I just couldn't believe, as you said as well, how much it sounded like Bono. And it definitely was, yeah. I actually really, really like that. That was a really good sort of a really, long opening song. It's always difficult, but yeah, really nice sort of into things of things to come, really. So well done, Bono. I mean, Mark. I mean, yeah, you too.
Yeah. So okay, we're in the same boat there. We both, it is a U2 song. I just checked. So yeah, and it just sounded so similar, didn't it? Incredible. So the previous album was called Impersonator. Well, that was a really good impersonation there of Bono.
Which had no impersonating in that one.
Yeah, exactly. Let's continue to Dreams. Wondering what that can be.
Changing every day in every possible way, and oh, my dreams, it's never quite as it seems, never quite as it seems. I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling it even more, because it came from you. And then I open up and see the person falling here is me, a different way to be.
Right, Brett, take it away.
Yeah, wow, what a great song. So this is the song I thought it was going to be. There's a couple others that came to mind, but I'm really glad it was this one. And I absolutely love this song. So to give back context, so the original was done by Fleetwood Mac, but then there was a famous cover in the 90s done by the Cranberries, and that's the version actually I really, really like. It was used for like an advert to promote holidays in Ireland. So I've always got this sort of image of when we're in the hills of like Ireland and stuff for that sort of song, and just very it's very nostalgic for me across there. I really enjoyed that. Wasn't expecting the female singer to come into that as well, which was a nice surprise. And what I really liked about it, it was almost like a kind of mix between sort of the Fleetwood Mac one and the Cranberries one, sort of brought in together, with real emphasis on like the Cranberries when they do this sort of it's kind of like harmonizing the sort of all the high, which was really nice. Just a really great cover. I really enjoyed it. It's hard for me to say better than the Cranberries version of it, just because I've got such a affiliation to that. But I feel like there was a definite appreciation of the Cranberries version in their version, which is a good nod to it there. But yeah, big thumbs up for me for that one.
Yeah, interesting there, because see, I was in a different position. When I saw Dreams, the only song I could think of what it could possibly, but probably won't be, is Gabrielle.
Yes.
Right. And then this song came on. I was like, oh, I know this. And I was like, who sings this? And I was thinking Cranberries. I wasn't sure. I didn't know the Fleetwood Mac did the original, by the way. So yeah, it turns out it was the Cranberries. And yeah, I didn't even know. How can I explain? It's a song that I really like, but a song that I would never ever think of. I didn't even know the name of it. And like you, I also have this nostalgia, but not from the rolling hills of Ireland. But I was trying to think, as a song was being played, where do I actually know this song from? Like, I'm sure I associate it with something from TV, something that I used to watch, and it's not an advert about holidays in Ireland. I'm sure of that. I'm sure it was like on some kids program I used to watch or something, like when the credits came on at the end or something. I can't picture. I don't know, or it was something to do with that. And I felt this nostalgia, this kind of 90s nostalgia from it. So I'm actually really glad that song was just played, so that I can now listen to it again, the Cranberries version, because it's like I say, it's a song I never kind of would have thought of. Just completely kind of forgot about that song. And as for the actual cover itself, yeah, I don't know. Unlike you, maybe I'm not overly giving it over like too much praise. I'm not sure the two voices were that good together. I think I would have preferred just having Mark on his own, to be honest. They were, I suppose, singing over each other, or singing together, I guess, for the most part. I'm not usually a huge fan of that. So I don't know. As I was listening to it, I was thinking, well, I think I prefer to listen to the Cranberries version, to be honest, at that moment. But yeah, it's not my favourite Marc Martel. Not song. Well, kind of. I mean, I like the song. I love the song, but just his version maybe didn't do it quite the justice that it could have done, possibly, if that woman wasn't singing. Would have been better. Anyway, a lot of nonsense chat there from me, so let's crack on to the next one.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
You know this one then?
Hallelujah.
You're supposed to join in.
Hallelujah.
Give me the lurch, you know. It's me making a fool of myself.
Can't compete with Mark.
Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. And she tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. You know, I used to live alone before I knew you. And I've seen your flag on the marble arch. And love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 There was a time when you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show that to me, do you? But remember when I moved in you, and the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah, 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 Well, maybe there's a God above, but all I ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. And it's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
Okay, so, yeah, for me, that was an interesting cover. Now I'm not sure. Well, I'll try. Let me start again. So I know this song. Surprise, surprise. I don't know how many people have actually sung this song. I'm not sure who the original is by. I'm not even sure the version that I know who it's actually by. But what I like about the song, because I like this song, it's the hallelujah part. It's the way it builds up, and then it goes. I'm not going to try it, but it's the hallelujah part that really, the whole build up that does it for me, right? And then like the hallelujah part is like the pinnacle. Now my criticism of this is that whilst it did have the build up, once it got to the hallelujah part, which is my favourite part, it actually didn't go further up. It just sort of come down, which I wasn't so fond of. It kind of took the enjoyment of the song away from me to some extent, because it's the hallelujah part that it really gets me going, and sort of singing along. So obviously I appreciate the fact it's an acoustic version, but then again the actual song itself is pretty much like that anyway for the most part, isn't it? So I like the fact he tried something a bit different, a little slightly different take on it, at least from the version that I know, but it didn't quite work for me, in my opinion, for me anyway. Sung well though, nothing wrong with the way he sung, his voice. It's just more the way he took the song didn't quite go in the direction I would have liked it to have gone in. Brett, what about you?
Yeah, Bogisar, I feel like we should say that, as and I hope you feel the same, that really enjoy Mark singing and his voice and stuff, because I feel like we've spoken more about the songs and very little on Mark and his singing performance. So about that, I think that goes without saying that his performance and singing is really, really good. Okay, Hallelujah. So the original song, I know, is by a guy called Leonard Cohen. And I would say, Lee, you probably don't want to listen to that one, because if you thought that Mark's version doesn't sort of up in terms of the hallelujah bit, Leonard's one is literally the same tone all the way through. And he's got a very unique, sort of deep, miserable sounding voice, but it's really, really good. Anyway, the version cover. So it's funny because in another video I said about a song that's been covered loads that we talked about was Unchained Melody. I actually thinking about it, I feel like this is probably one of the most covered songs out there. So I'm not sure which version that you may have referred to. So one I know that I really love, and I think is actually better than the original, is the Jeff Buckley version. And again, I feel like Mark was doing nods to that as well, having this sort of maybe the acoustic style, the softer kind of elements to then trying a bit more sort of emotion with it as well. But and this is no disrespect to Mark's one, I just feel, even though Leonard Cohen's one is a real unusual one for being original, I still prefer that one over Mark's one, and I think I prefer Jeff Buckley's one over Mark's one. But that doesn't take away the way Mark's in. I feel like, I don't know how to explain without sort of offending, because I really enjoy listening to it, and I think that's more testament to the song and everything from that there. So it's a real hard one to sort of try and keep saying in it without trying to sound too negative. I think there's other versions I have preferred to it, and I just think Mark's is very, very good. Loved listening to it, but maybe just not as good as the ones that I know already, which is always going to be difficult because it's, again, a real iconic song, and I think there's been some really good covers out there.
Okay. Right, it's now time to move on to track 4. Now you may have, I'll be very surprised if you haven't noticed that we look different, wearing different clothes. So just a minute, let me just change this over. That is because we filmed half of it a few days ago, and we're now filming the second part now. That's due to just time constraints. and not because it's a huge
Yes.
album that we needed to split it up. And just before we do carry on, I believe Backstreet Brett has something to tell you.
Yeah, I will keep this very short and brief. So luckily we did have a halftime break doing this because Lee kindly pointed out a big mistake that I made regarding Fleetwood Mac doing the original of Dreams. And I got my dreams all mixed up all over the place. So it was a difference. I was thinking of the Cause Dream song that they did cover Fleetwood Mac one. So yeah, the Cranberries ones actually is, and correct me rightly, that it was their original,
Absolutely.
their own song there. Yeah, which is
themselves, yeah.
it's even better. So generally saying that just threw me off completely there. So I feel really good that actually knowing that the Cranberries one is actually their one as original as well. But an honest mistake.
Okay, I'm sure we'll all let you off. So now we can continue with track 4, which is Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. You know this one?
Yes, I do. Do you know this one?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think you'll know when you hear it.
I'm just wondering. Yeah, all right, let's go.
He's playing.
I can't lie.
Sorry, I didn't share the screen with you. I forgot.
That's right, because I can sing it on my own in my head. Do know that?
Right, should tell me if you can see it.
Yes, I can see it,
Okay. And can you hear it?
and I can hear it.
I can't lie. No more of your darkness. All my pictures seem to fade to black and white. I'm grown child, and time stands still before me. Frozen here on the ladder of my life. Well, it's much too late to save myself from falling. I took a chance and changed your way of life. But you misread my meaning when I met you. Closed the door and left me blinded by the light. But these cuts I have, they need love to help them heal. Oh, don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. I just allow a fragment of your life to one degree. Oh, 'cause losing everything is like the sun going down on me. Don't let the sun go down on me. Oh, although I search myself, it's always someone else that I see here. I just allow a fragment of your life to wander free, baby. Oh, 'cause losing everything is like the sun going down on me.
Okay, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. So, I actually didn't know that song, and I think a little bit like with the first track, Bad, which is a song that I also didn't know. I know you didn't know that one either. I kind of said, well, I think this is U2, just based on the style, the singing voice. So I'm going to have a guess who I think this is, just purely based on the style of the song and the voice. I'm going to say Elton John. Brett's going to tell me if I'm right or wrong in a moment after he stops sneezing 100 times. Felt very Elton John, I think, because of the piano. That's such mainly a kind of piano-based song. The voice as well, especially at the beginning, sounded very much like Elton John. So, yeah, like I say, I don't know the song. And did I like it? It's all right. Nothing more than all right for me. A bit kind of one-paced. It was just the whole kind of, the piano going the whole time, and didn't have like much to it in terms of like going up levels, I didn't think. So again, I think with this album, we're talking a lot about the songs rather than the actual singing of Marc Martel. I don't know. I can't fault his singing here. I mean, if it is Elton John, he's done a pretty good job of impersonating him, I'd say. It kind of sounded like him. And yeah, the only thing is with Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, there is a song that I really do like. I can't remember the name of the song. I think it might be by Gabrielle. It's something like "Don't Let the Sun Go Down," something like that. I can't. I don't think the song's called "Sunshine." No, that's probably a different song. I don't know what it's called.
That's a different song, yeah.
Yeah, and I knew it was something like that, but I wasn't expecting this to be that, because I don't think the song is called "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me." It's got a similar name or something, but it's not that. So the name is familiar, but when I heard the song, it wasn't. And I wanted to hear Gabrielle. I think if that's who it is sings it, because I really like that song. And this song just wasn't nearly as good as that. So anyway, Brett, I've been talking for a long time. It's probably not even Elton John, is it?
No, done me a favour, yeah. For some reason, just come over a sneezing fit of some sort. So apologies if I do start to sneeze through this here. All right, lot to pick out here. Let's start with the Gabrielle thing. So I think the song, and again, you might need to look it up when I'm talking. I think it's just called "Don't Let the Sun Go Down," potentially,
okay.
Which makes sense. And I also really like that song. I really hate sort of using this phrase or term because everyone's music tastes are different and can't know everything about everything. But I'm really surprised you don't know this song or not heard this song before. But you are right. It is an Elton John song, but it became more famous when Elton John did a duet with George Michael performing this song live. I think it must have been Live Aid. I think that's famously where it came from there. But it's a song that gets very much overplayed all the time.
So much so that I've never heard it before.
Wow, that's I'm thinking maybe, yeah.
No, I've probably heard it. I just don't recognise. It just doesn't. It never stuck with me, and yeah.
Just funny. But again, I really like Elton John. I obviously know a lot of stuff on top of that. But what I was going to say, what I quite like is that because normally you always hear the Elton and George Michael, which I think is great because they do sing. They've both got great voices and it's a great performance there. But you very rarely get to hear the original Elton John one, which is in this vein here, really. As you said, you could hear a bit of Elton John. I actually thought he was sort of trying to do like sort of Elton John's sort of style and voice, and also a bit of George Michael as well. But as you say, yeah, we're talking a lot about the songs and less about Mark here. But I agree with you, like his voice. And this is very much from the little we've known about sort of Marc Martel in terms of seeing on a piano singing. That seems to be his strongest or his main things, it seems. So very good song for him there, and yeah, sung really well. And like I said, just like the fact, yeah, almost like he was blending Elton and George, doing the style of just the Elton John original version. So yeah, really nice song to have here on the album. And I still just need to go over the fact you may not know the song. Simple as that.
Yeah, the Gabrielle song is called "Don't Need the Sun to Shine."
Oh, don't need the sun. No.
Don't need the sun to shine to make me smile, 'cause I got you.
I think Mark would do a great acoustic cover of that, to be honest. So if he's listening, he then watches this, or no, someone knows him, nudge him, because I think that'd be quite good.
Okay, well, the next song I do know, I can even tell you who sings it. Richard Marx. Right,
nice.
Let's go. It is Richard Marx, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oceans apart, day after day, and I slowly go insane. I hear your voice on the line, but it doesn't stop the pain. If I see you next to never, how can we say forever? Took for granted all the times that I thought would last somehow. I hear the laughter, I chase the tears, but I can't get near you now. Oh, can't you see it, baby? You've got me going crazy. Wherever you go, whatever takes, I will be right here waiting for you. I wonder how we can survive this romance, but in the end, if I'm with you, I'll take the chance. Oh, can't you see it, baby? You got me going crazy. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes, or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you. Waiting for you.
Right, Brett, tell us how you found that one then.
Yeah, will do. If it's all right, I just want to give a little sort of nostalgia story that helps sort of explain, if that's okay. So, back in the day, so you know the album Now That's What I Call Music, the UK version one. So one of the first ones, well, was the first one that we had in our house, I remember, was Now That's What I Call 19. And this song appears on it. So much so, it's CD1. I believe it was track 9 or 11, I think. So just want to get a chance to look it up and see if I'm right on that one there. So I absolutely was obsessed with this song. I would always, if I was listening to that CD, make sure I would listen to this song at the start, at the end, and at least 2 or 3 times from there. So I've always been an absolutely massive fan of this song. And I remember the joy I had when I told a friend, our mutual friend, I'll tell you off camera who that was, about this song because he didn't know about it, and it became one of his.
How can you not know about it?
This is a what? Yeah, well, and slowly became his very song. So I absolutely love this song. I think Mark's done an amazing job on that. Again, he sounded very much like Richard Marx sort of singing that. Throughout, and I think what quite like it, it's not being Mark's intention of it, but I think just the song itself feel like is better just being sung, being played with a piano, and just kept it. So nothing against the original, because I think the original with all the other bits to it is great, but yeah, it just feels more emotional, more powerful, more all those sort of words like that when it's just singing, and I think he put some extra emphasis on some of the parts and notes as well, which really stood out. So yeah, a really fantastic cover, and I think at this stage I'll probably say it's my favourite one on the album thus far. I love this song so much as well, actually. It's another thing I remember, going nostalgia route. So you may remember the TV programme Stars in Their Eyes. So when that was a big hit, if I thought I was ever going to go on that, I would go on as Richard Marx singing this song. Because I never knew what he looked like at a young age, and then did see a photo of him, and I don't say we look alike, but he effectively has dark hair, and he has slightly darkish features as such, so I could have got away more of it.
Is he short?
To be fair, I don't know. I doubt he's as short as I am there. But once you're sat at a piano, you can adjust the seat, so I could probably get away with that one there. But really good cover of that, Mark. Thanks for that.
Okay, so yeah, I also really like this song. Not sure I like it quite as much as you do. But yeah, I've always been a fan of it. And yeah, like you say, it did sound like Richard Marx was singing it. And again, going back to what we were saying, he's a really good impersonator. Like we said, from that album, he called Impersonator, where he wasn't impersonating anybody.
And this album is called My Way, and I feel like he's not doing his way, he's doing...
Yeah.
Well, his way is doing it as the artist would, so maybe it is his way, but yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, so like, I was thinking, like, if I didn't know, if I was just out and about and I heard this particular version come on, I don't think I would even realise that it wasn't Richard Marx. There might be parts of it, well, it sounds a little bit different, the voice sounds a little bit different, but generally it did sound very, very much like Richard Marx. And again, that's a compliment. The fact he's able to, he sounded like Elton John a bit in the last one. He sounded like Bono in the first one. The fact he's able to, yeah, I'm not sure impersonate might be going a bit too far, but you know, sounds similar to those artists. It's really good. So yeah, the song. So with the original song by Richard Marx, what sort of instruments does it have apart from the piano? I don't know that sort of.
No, again, the piano was still the main bit there, but you had a bit of sort of a backing track, guitars elements there. But effectively, you're right. I mean, the piano was still the main bulk of it there. So that's probably what I was more saying. Is that even just the backing track side of things, it doesn't need it to just be purely the piano side of things. But yeah, the original was very piano focused anyway.
Yeah, so I'd say it's a really good cover. Very much, like I said, in the style of Richard Marx, the original. But yeah, did a really good job of that, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just as much as I enjoyed the Richard Marx version. Okay, so let's move on to the last track, A Long December. You know this one?
I'm pretty sure I do, unless it's a different song. But I'm very much sure it will be the song I'm thinking of.
Because I'm pretty sure I don't know it, at least not from the title. It doesn't ring a bell whatsoever.
December, and there's reason to believe maybe this year will be better than the last. I can't remember the last thing that you said as you were leaving. All the days go by so fast, and it's one more day up in the canyon. One more night in Hollywood. If you think that I could be forgiven, I wish you would. Na 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 na, yeah. The smell of hospitals in winter, that it's all a lot of oysters with no pearl. And all at once you look across a crowded room to see the dinner sometime after 2 a.m. and talked a little while about the year. I guess the winter makes you laugh a little slower, makes you talk a little lower about the things you could not show her. And it's been a long December, and there's reason to believe maybe this year will be better than the last. I can't remember all the times I tried to tell myself to hold on to these moments as they pass. And it's one more day up in the canyon, and it's one more night in Hollywood. It's been so long since I've seen the ocean, I guess I should. Na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na, yeah, yeah, yeah. Na 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 na, yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't know the song, which is what I was expecting. So I was like playing a game. I was like trying to think, oh, who could this be? Because like the other ones, I was, I thought, okay, that's U2, sounds just like U2. That's Elton John. This one, I couldn't put a name on it. I will give you a name after I finish speaking. Yeah, but it was a really good vocal performance, I thought, that one. Because you really had to up it in parts. I don't have the vocabulary to describe this, but you could just see his vocal skills, his vocal quality really coming through. It wasn't one of those songs where it's kind of just sort of one pace. There's the parts where you really needed to sing impressively. Sorry, I'm terrible. So I quite enjoyed that. And it was only right at the end I thought, right, I'm going to have a guess here. And it's a bit of a boring guess. Oh, what do we know?
I just know I don't think you're going to get it right, but
yeah, all right. Well, I think that's a clue.
but it's definitely worth getting. I would like to hear who you think, though.
I don't know who it is.
Oh no,
didn't
yeah.
come clear to me. Only if I had to guess, I would say Queen.
Okay.
I don't know, something happened right at the end where I just thought, it sounds a little bit like maybe Freddie Mercury. But then of course, we know this is what he does. He sings those Queen songs. So it's probably too obvious. Probably not going to be that because there hasn't been any. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure it's not right. You've made, but anyway, yeah.
It's not right, but I do like to guess. I totally get it with that sort of the vocal parts that's going on. You can just sort of imagine Freddie Mercury at piano doing those bits there. No, so this one actually is by the Counting Crows. So I remember at the start of the video I said, there's one there that sort of sticks out that might surprise what I'm looking forward to. And it was this one here because I don't know anyone who does Counting Crows songs at all. And one of my favourite all-time songs I always say would be at the top of my list is a Counting Crows song. It's not this one. The one I like is American Girls. That I've always put at the top of my list for personal reasons. But this one I only discovered when I had their sort of greatest hits album.
Counting Crows.
Yeah, and I'd be interested. I think you should probably go and listen to the original, Lee, because I always found the original sounding a bit more sort of country-like. And you'll probably listen and go, it's nothing like country, but maybe you might give you some slack when you listen to it. And yeah, because this is the only one I felt where he didn't sound like the artist. I can't remember his name, the lead singer, the artist there, and you probably ask me like, does it sound like the original? How it like? It's a hard one to explain because yes, the original is also like a slow ballad kind of song there, but because of the singing style, I feel like I like Mark one's better because of that sort of vocal range. The original does have that, but it's, I guess, more subtle and not as much emphasis on it. Whilst with Mark there on the piano doing it, it just feels that little bit different to theirs. I'm not going to say it's better, but I definitely like elements of Mark's ones there. Yeah, a really nice way for me to sort of end the album, because I said it's not usual. You hear people do let her do a cover and actually do a more obscure one as such to maybe some people, and do a really good job of it as well. So yeah. Well played, Mark.
Yeah, I just had a quick look at Counting Crows. I think the only Counting Crows song I know of, at least from the title, is Big Yellow Taxi.
Yeah, which is a cover, but
oh, is it?
Yeah. You might recognise Mrs. Jones if you heard it, but again,
I'm not sure though. Yeah,
they were more big in America, so I don't think they really hit UK market as much as they could have done.
Right. Okay, well, that is it from us, your two music experts.
When we have time to go back and research our mistakes, yep.
Yeah, so thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to our main channel as well, where we do individual song reactions. Donate to our channel as well if you want to request a song or an album for us to react to. It's the only way to get it guaranteed and prioritized. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So see you again soon for the next one. Take care. Goodbye.